I've got a question about love versus joy. So there are a couple of issues here. We talk about there's sayings, love is the answer.
Love is all you need.
Love is all you need and all that. But also, there's another side to that, and that the family side of things, that to really be loving, then you need to take care of us, sort of thing, of parents, for example, or asking the kids that you need to take care of us, otherwise you're not loving.
Well, it's a bit like the subject that we just addressed about saving. The word in and of itself is not so important. It's the way that it feels. And when a mother shouts, "Don't you know I love you?" from her place of out of the vortex disconnection, the child looks back as if to say, "You got to be kidding me," because there's no love present anywhere in that vibration in that moment. And what mother really means is, "Don't you know I want to love you, and don't you know that my love is contingent upon the way you behave, and don't you know you should behave differently so that I could love in the way that I'm supposed to, and don't you know you need to clean up your act?" In other words, that's what mother really means when she says, "Don't you know I love you?" She means, I want to love you. I want to be in the vortex, and I want you to perform in a way that makes it easy for me to be in the vortex. That's the way most people use the word love. They carry it around like a club, and they hit people over the head with it all the time, you see. Where love, unconditional love, those words should always go together. Unconditional love, which means I love because I am a lover, not because you are lovable. I love because I was born to love. I love because who I am is love, not because you perform in a way that makes me approve and therefore give you my artificial love. Love is alignment, and it should not be contingent upon anybody else's behavior.
Right.
We like the word appreciation and joy in harmony with love, because a lot of times when people use the word love, their energy is all scrambled, because
it could be martyrdom, for example, that you could get to the point where you take love to such an extreme that you're not seeking your joy.
Well, here's the easiest way of addressing this. When you realize that every emotion that you feel is about this relationship between you and you. So when you have that feeling of love moving through you, that rapturous, goosebumpy, good feeling of appreciation and love, what that means is, as you hold someone or something, even an idea, as your object of attention, you're looking at it in the same way that the source within you is looking at it. So there's no vibrational difference. There is vibrational harmony, which means you have the energy that creates worlds flowing through you. And under those conditions, your object of attention is really receiving a beneficial dose of your alignment. But when you are, it's like every subject is really two subjects. You pick up the stick that says love, and on one end of it is alignment love, and on the other end of it is the lack of love. Every subject has two ends, what is wanted and lack of it. And so just using the word isn't enough. You have to make sure that you've practiced the vibrational end of the stick that's really in harmony with who you really are. You're right, there are a lot of people who want to love, and in the idea of love feel real responsibility. And so when someone says, "I love you," from that point of view, what they're really saying is, I love you, and I am using the power of my strength to help you, which means I see you as weak. Well, anytime you're seeing someone's weakness, you're not in the vibration of love. Because when you are really in alignment with source energy, you don't see weakness in another. So we think that first, the word love has been misused all over the place, that people use it when they're nowhere near the vibration of it. And next, we think that most people are looking for love in all the wrong places. Because it's in the vortex. Love is alignment with source and then flooding it toward your object of attention. When people talk about, I want someone to love me, And a lot of people are looking for love, because if someone holds you as their object of attention and they're connected with that stream and holding you as the object of attention, oh, it feels so good. And we can see why anybody would want more of that. But the same person who is connected and flowing it all over you, who's now holding you as their object of attention, when they're not connected to that, it doesn't feel so good. And then the person feels like a puppet that somebody's let go of the strings. And then they think that that person needs to do something different. And that's what we mean by saying you're looking for love in all the wrong places. Don't ask anybody else to be your conduit to source. You be it. You be it. And the fastest way that we know to find the love that you're looking for is to insist on feeling good and get in the vortex, and then look for reasons to love. In other words, looking for something to be your object of attention that you love is within your control. But controlling someone else's loving of you isn't. You can't control whether they're connected to this stream or not. You can't control what they've got going on. And you can't stand on your head in enough different ways to keep them loving you. And that's the thing that most people don't understand. They want to be loved, and so they try everything they can to be loved, only to discover that it's not up to them to get that person to love them. That person has to be connected to love before they can love them. And you hold no power over that. You can't be good enough. You can't be good enough. So what you want to say to everyone is, I've decided that I want to be love, and I've decided that I want to love. And if you want a really good relationship with people, your children, your grandchildren, your lovers, anyone, the best thing that you could say to them is, oh, I love loving. So I make lists all day of positive aspects, and I've tuned myself to the very best of you. So you need not perform in any particular way, because it is my promise to you that I will love you, because I have the capacity to focus upon the aspects of you that are easy for me to love. So behave as you will. I hold you not responsible in any way for the love I feel for you. And they'll say, oh, you would do that for me? And you say, no, I do that for me. I do that because to be who I am, I must love. And then say, oh, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I have to wipe you from my mind altogether. Because sometimes you don't make it easy to remember who you really are.